Why your brain won't let things go is not because you haven't figured it out yet. In fact, the more you try to figure it out, the more stuck you actually become. If you've ever found yourself replaying something over and over, trying to get the right answer, needing to feel certain before you can move on, this episode of Your Anxiety Toolkit is going to explain the exact reason why this happens. And more importantly, I'm going to show you what your brain is actually trying to do, what's keeping this cycle going, and what to do instead. Most people think this is an overthinking problem. They think if I could just figure this out, I'd feel better. But that's not actually what's happening. What's happening is your brain has learned that solving equals safety. So when something feels uncomfortable, uncertain, or unresolved, your brain sends you a message: we need to figure this out so we can feel okay again. So what do? You engage in the thought, you analyze it, you question it, you replay it, you try to get certainty, and sometimes it works. You get a moment of relief. You feel a little more settled, a little more in control, and that relief feels like the solution. But here's what the part most people don't realize. That relief is actually the problem, because every time you feel better after solving, your brain learns, oh, this worked. Let's do it again next time. Actually, let's even do more next time. Maybe it'll give me more relief. So the next time something feels uncertain, your brain doesn't say, oh, let's just let this be. It says, quick, go and do that thing again. And now you're stuck back in that loop, more thinking, more analyzing, more trying to feel certain. But the relief doesn't last, and you go back again and again and again. This is called the rumination cycle. And this is why it feels like your brain won't let things go. But there's another layer here that people don't talk about enough. While all of this is happening, you're also being really hard on yourself. You might be thinking, why am I like this? I should be able to handle this. What is wrong with me? Why can't I let this go? And that self-criticism feels motivating. It feels like if I just push myself harder, maybe I'll finally get it right. And this just adds more pressure to an already overwhelming system. Now your brain isn't just trying to solve the problem. It's also trying to escape shame, frustration, the fear of it always being this way. And then the urgency increases, the intensity increases, and the rumination gets even louder. And this is where people get really, really stuck, because it feels like being hard on yourself should help. It feels responsible. It feels like you're taking this seriously. But in reality, it's just fueling this cycle. So if solving isn't the answer and being hard on yourself isn't helping, what is? Instead of asking, how do I figure this out? We begin to ask, what would I do right now if I wasn't anxious? And just as importantly, we can begin to change how we relate to ourselves and our anxiety in that moment. Not with reassurance, not with everything will be fine, but with something much more grounded. And this is called willingness. Willingness doesn't mean you want the thoughts or the anxiety. It doesn't mean agreeing with the thought. Willingness means you stop running away from the experience. So instead of, why am I like this? It becomes, this is hard and I can handle this moment. Instead of, I need to figure this out right now, it becomes, I don't need to solve this to move forward. This compassionate and wise shift matters, you guys, because now you're not adding more threat to your system. You're creating just enough safety to not engage in the cycle. So when the thought shows up, instead of engaging with it, try this. Notice it, name it. This is my brain just trying to solve, and add a kind response like, it's okay that this is here, or it makes complete sense that this is hard for me, and gently bring your attention back to what matters to you. What you need to understand is that you don't have to get rid of the thought. You don't have to answer it. You don't have to choose to follow it. You're just choosing not to follow it. Now, this is a skill, and like any skill, it takes a ton of practice. This is exactly why I built the step-by-step program, the Rumination Reset. This Rumination Reset course is a hyper-specific program that teaches you how to retrain your attention so your brain stops needing answers in order to feel okay. So you can head over to cbtschool.com or just hit the link in the show notes to learn more. You will love this. So let's get really clear. If your brain won't let things go, it's not because you're broken. It's just because your brain has learned a pattern. And the good news is patterns can be unlearned. Now, as always, I'm always going to end our episodes with the fact that it is a beautiful day to do hard things. You guys know how courageous you are. Well, actually, maybe you don't know, but I want to remind you, there is nothing you cannot tolerate. There is no discomfort, no thought, no feeling, no discomfort that you can't learn to have a really healthy, kind relationship with. So take these skills and practice them as much as you can. And I can't wait to see you in the next episode.